Trouble mounts for microblogging platform Twitter, with FIRs being registered against it for wrongful depiction of India's map. FIRs were registered in Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. There is now another FIR in the national capital. The platform is already in the line of fire for its alleged double standards on fake news and hate tweets. Nalini Sharma reports.
The distorted map of India on microblogging platform that angered netizens. The map on the career section of Twitter website under the header Tweet Life showed Jammu and Kashmir, including Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, as a separate country and merged Ladakh with Tibet. A first information report was registered against Twitter India Managing Director Manish Maheshwari and News Partnership Head Amrita Tripathi under Sections 505(2) of the Indian Penal Code and Section 74 of the Information Technology Act on a complaint by a Bajrang Dal leader. The Madhya Pradesh Police too has been directed to look at the alleged cartographic aggression and distortion of India's map and pursue legal action.
मैंने आज डीजीपी को स्पष्ट रूप से निर्देशित किया है। भारत सरकार ने भी इसे गंभीरता से लिया है, मध्य प्रदेश सरकार ने भी गंभीरता से लिया है। केस के सभी पहलुओं को जांच करें और इस पर केस रजिस्टर करके FIR करें।
The BJP accused Twitter of repeated acts of cartographic aggression.
It's not happened for the first time. But Twitter will have to answer. Why is it incorrectly showing India's boundaries, as also not complying with the laws of this land?
Though Twitter is yet to officially react to the FIR, Amrita Tripathi, without mentioning the FIR, tweeted, "Presently on the content partnership at Twitter in India, no special power, authority, and definitely not at the level of some you think." Union Law and IT Minister had accused Twitter of not being sensitive to India's concerns on wrong depiction of Ladakh as a part of India during the standoff in 2020.
They showed Ladakh portion as a part of China in a map. It took almost a fortnight for us to persuade them to change it.
A fortnight?
Why?
The government has also accused Twitter of following double standards on action against hateful tweets and fake news, from Red Fort attack to the Ghaziabad incident of a fight between two individuals peddled as a hate crime.
In Washington, when some people invade the capital, you stop their Twitter account. But when the Red Fort of Delhi is invaded during the farmers' strike, you say it is freedom of speech? I'm asking this question, and this question should be asked.
Twitter's also yet to comply with the government directive on appointment of a grievance redressal officer, nodal officer, and a compliance officer in India. Twitter on Sunday appointed California-based Jeremy Kessel as the grievance redressal officer as required under the new IT rules 2021. A nodal officer and a compliance officer are yet to be appointed, drawing criticism of deliberate defiance of Indian laws. With Nalini Sharma in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
And joining on the broadcast, Aparajita Sarangi, Member of Parliament and National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Also with me is Kanish Gaur, Founder, India Future Foundation. And Aparajita Sarangi, the government stands accused of hounding Twitter, as some argue, in an attempt to get them to fall in line, with a number of FIRs being registered against the microblogging platform.
A very good evening to all of you. Let me tell you that the central government is just asking Twitter to follow the rules of the land. Twitter has to follow the Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Codes Rules 2021. There can absolutely be no compromise with that. Twitter must know it has a huge market in India. It's almost 17.5 million users in India. And when you compare this market with UK, Brazil, and Indonesia, I'm sure we are much more than these countries.
Okay.
If they have to actually carry out this business, they have to follow the rules of the land. This is one path. And number two, they cannot just depict India wrongly I think it's a crime to show the map of India on the career section of Twitter. And this particular map clearly shows that Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir are not part of India. And I'm sure this is not accidental, this is intentional, this is deliberate defiance. And this did not happen once, this has not happened now.
Okay.
You recall what happened in last October, November.
Yes.
The same thing had happened. They had shown Leh as part of the Republic of China. Don't you think it is deliberate? And when we ask them to follow the rules of the land, you are asking us whether we are hounding them.
Okay.
I think
Kanish Gaur, there is merit in what the government says. You know, how is this an attack on free speech? This is all about Twitter, as Aparajita Sarangi says, wrongfully and willfully depicting India's map incorrectly. This is serious business. This is, as the armed forces would say, cartographic aggression.
See, if we go back, this is not the first time, and it's not only India. You go back and look at the US map as well. It shows a lot of US states as independent countries. So I think it's time that this company goes and looks back at its own team, which is managing this. In terms of deliberate attempt, I don't think so. If it's a US company, they would deliberately put maybe 13, 14 states of US
So
as
what they
separate
do
countries.
in US is US government's affair. What they do in India is our affair. And if they're doing something wrong in US does not justify, they'll show Ladakh as part of Tibet, and they'll show Pakistan occupied Kashmir and Kashmir as a separate country. I mean, as an Indian, is that acceptable to you?
No, absolutely. This is not acceptable. And I think they have made, a rectification right now. But at the same time, holding the managing director of the company, the Indian company, liable and accountable for something which is being done by somebody sitting in the US. I think maps for Twitter is not managed by the India MD. It's been managed by their US entity. So why do we want to bring the Indian MD, the Indian person in line every time, file FIRs?
Aparajita Sarangi, respond to this point being made that how is Twitter India MD or their news content person responsible for this? Why FIRs against Manish Maheshwari or Amrita Tripathi?
Twitter is represented in India by the MD. An MD cannot absolve himself of any kind of responsibility. He has to answer. If Twitter is creating any mischief in India, it's the MD who is responsible. And I tell you, through its actions and deliberate defiance, Twitter seeks to undermine the Indian legal system. And Twitter must comply with the laws of the land. My only question is, why hasn't Twitter, as per the intermediary guidelines, kept or rather nominated or appointed the chief compliance officer, the nodal officer, and the grievance officer? When other social media platforms have done, why not Twitter? Twitter just cannot be above the law of India. As simple
absolutely.
as that.
You know, Kanish Gaur, the point that is being raised by Aparajita Sarangi, you know, can Twitter say it is striving to follow our laws in our country? I mean, can you and I say we are striving to follow laws? You either follow laws or you don't follow laws. Is Twitter cocking a snook at the government? Because the point is, if rules mandate appointing a grievance redressal officer, a compliance officer, a nodal officer, why haven't they done so after 3 months of period, plus grace period, plus all this while now?
See, the time which has been given to comply to these guidelines is 3 months. And it is not just only Twitter. There are other platforms as well. It is because of the criminal liability on the employees. These companies are finding it difficult to get people. If you go onto the Twitter website right now as well, you will find 3 positions open, which is for the chief grievance officer, the nodal officer, and also for the compliance officer. These positions are open. But if the MD of the company has so many FIRs against him right now, do you believe people will apply for these jobs? Do you believe people would want to join a company where FIRs are being filed left, right, and center against Indian employees of this company? So that's even a bigger challenge that we should look at into.
Aparajita Sarangi, if that is not hounding, what else is the argument that's put forward? Twitter has not followed government officers, but they're trying to. They've got these places coming up. Nobody wants to take that job. should they be given more time, or does India, as some argue, want to be like China and Nigeria?
See, enough time has been given to Twitter, and I won't say that they have not been given the opportunity of being heard. I'm sure Twitter will accept the fact that they have been heard a couple of times. Parliamentary Standing Committee also had called the officials of Twitter, and they had a long dialogue with them. So Twitter just cannot absolve themselves of the responsibility. Twitter must follow the rules of the game, the rules of the land. And let me tell you, Twitter is behaving like a habitual offender. Now, how do you explain promotion of vaccine hesitancy? Time and again, Twitter has been showing this. And this was going against the entire vaccination exercise in the country. This is one. And number two, Twitter maliciously tagged B.1.617, we are aware of that, the variant, as Indian variant.
Okay.
Now, doesn't it amount to not less than a crime against Indian sentiments?
So, ma'am, if that is, what
has
action...
Twitter done to actually take these things away? Number one. Number two, let me ask you, why did they block the Twitter account of the Honorable Minister Information Technology? Yes, Information Technology, and now Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, without giving a prior notice to him.
Okay.
So
The Parliamentary Standing Committee on IT has asked this question to Twitter. We will wait for Twitter's response. I've run out of time on this part of the show, but we will track the story very closely. Aparajita Sarangi and Kanish Gaur, many thanks for joining me here